It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture. Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Instagram, and it's what? It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. Yeah. Wow, this is yo, I've had so many people hit me up like, yo, Ferro, when you gonna make the video about this? And I kind of was like, all right, let me get to work early and get this out for the people. Tory Lanez. Wow, this is man, you talk about somebody who's been on a roller coaster of just places his career's been in 1 year. Tory Lanez starts the year off, mid, looking for that big moment to put his career back in the prime position, because he's always making great music, right? We all know that. Tory, say what you want about Daystar, he can make great music. He is musically inclined, right? So we start the year off mid. Then COVID happens. Tory Lanez does the quarantine radio. He goes through the roof. I mean, his brand goes to another level. People were literally like, yo, Tory Lanez has won quarantine with just the Instagram live. It seems like he was in the right direction of getting some big time features, some big time samples cleared. And then July happens. It looks like at some point down the line, if I'm reading Tory Lanez correctly and listening to his music, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion started kicking it with each other, and they had some sort of a fling together. Right? I won't call it a relationship because I don't know. In July, they go to a party where Kylie Jenner is also present at. Now, from here on out, we don't really know. I wasn't there. You weren't there. I mean, there are reports of Megan jealous of Tory flirting with Kylie Jenner, or maybe Tory had a fling going on with Megan's best friend. I don't know. The honest to God truth, it's kind of irrelevant. The realness of the situation is Tory Lanez, according to Megan Thee Stallion, shot her. That's what Megan claims. She claims she did not initially want to involve law enforcement because she's black. Police killing black people. All right, the two high-profile people in a very white neighborhood in the hills. She says she didn't want to have law enforcement officials involved in it. Out the gate, she says she slipped on some glass. It looks like she retracted that. Thought about it. Was like, no, I cannot believe this man just shot me. After the initial shot, Megan ended up making her statement on live and back in August-ish. She was like, yes, Tory Lanez shot me. Tory has pretty much remained quiet socially. There have been a couple of comments that he made, but I knew this part would happen, right? Like, y'all got to understand Tory Lanez, the person. He loves social media. He is a braggadocious type of guy. Remember, this is the guy that I told you guys I believe would be Tekashi 6ix9ine's first feature coming home from prison. So y'all can tell you all you need to, that tells you all you need to know what I think about Tory. All right, I won't personally attack the brother in this video. But Tory Lanez, he's been watching everything that's been said about him. Because he did it. He responded to everything he could in his album. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Tory Lanez dropped a response album to Megan Thee Stallion. I want to read off some lyrics, obviously because of copyright, and I'm sure Tory Lanez and his team, they're probably trying to keep every penny right now. So because of that, I'm not going to actually play the records, even though it's on SoundCloud alongside other streaming platforms. I'm not going to play the music, but just take my word. Tory Lanez is claiming that he's innocent. He's claiming that Megan is lying. He's claiming that Megan has people in her ear right now. I'm just telling y'all this, which I would never do. But if I shot someone, let's take it out of the context of a female, because I would never shoot a female, right? But if I shot someone and I believed I were 100% innocent, nothing to hide, what I would not do is go away and hide for months at a time while all these things manifest, these rumors, the speculation game. If I believed I were innocent from day one, I would be out in front of this story explaining to you why I didn't do this. I'll tell you what happened, right? I will. If Megan Thee Stallion got shot, if that is a real thing, and I'm dating her at the time, and I know who did it, all right? Am I saying who did it? Probably not, but I'm letting it be known that I am in support of the woman that I'm dating, and I had nothing to do with this. Tory did not do that. He hid for a couple of months, and he is very upset that he's lost money, that people have threw his name in the mud. But what I read from the music that this dude has created is a guy that's more upset that's what happened to his name versus a guy that feels like he's genuinely innocent of these crimes, even though he's claiming he's innocent, right? I'm going to read to you guys some of the verses from Tory's new album, Daystar, which essentially is an entire album about Megan Thee Stallion. In a record entitled Money Over Fallouts, this is the lead record of the album, by the way, and this one probably, I would say, every line of it is about Megan. Matter of fact, even starting in the interlude, let me read a little bit of this. Tory says, Megan, people trying to frame me for a shooting, but them boys ain't clean enough. I see how they teaming up, watching, and I'm calculating. Gotta keep it quiet. I can't jeopardize the outcome waiting. Seeing certain niggas hating, like how this nigga hating. I done gave these people so many features, made these niggas famous. Same record, he says, gotta see a couple of questions. How the fuck you get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones or tendons? How the fuck your team is trying to pay me in some whole millions? I just lost like $10 million because this is a cold business, but I got like 10 million followers that's gonna roll with me. Fans that support me because they know my heart. That is all I'm gonna read from the Money Over Fallouts, but I want to read a couple of more verses from other records on Tory's new album, Daystar. And sorry, but I had to. Tory Lanez says, since the event, you never called me, but you can't deny me. If you got shot from behind, how can you identify me? In the song Friends Become Strangers, Tory accuses Megan of not only lying about the event, but exaggerating everything. He said, you yourself don't even know the full story. Why you letting people escalate it? And I know you got them people in your ear. And it looks like he's speaking about Megan and him possibly getting back together at some point. He says, will we ever talk about this? Will we ever console again? Or will we keep acting like I put you in danger and some pain? That is Tory Lanez. And that is throughout his album entitled Daystar. That is his birth name, by the way, for those wondering. So I'm assuming he named it Daystar to let the people know, like, yo, I'm about to give them the meat. Forget the Tory Lanez, the artist. This is about me, the human being who's in trouble right now. And he's claiming it is all lies. I will say this to Tory. My brother, I hope you know what you're doing. Because I'm sure your lawyer told you don't do this. I am sure you do not have the support of any representation you got. I'm talking about legal representation. I'm sure they begged you not to drop this, because there's no real win in it for you. So all I'm going to say to you is, I hope you know what you're doing. I will play devil's advocate because it's my job to get both sides of the story. Behind the scenes, there are some details about Megan Thee Stallion that will come to the light in the next few weeks. I'm just going to put that out there. And what I have been told, and from what I've heard, it ain't going to put Megan in the most positive of lights. I'm just going to put that out there. I got to be fair to Tory. But at the end of the day, any detail that I've heard behind the scenes still ends with Tory Lanez shooting Megan Thee Stallion, and that's just unacceptable. Sorry. And I'll close with this to Tory. Man, you have to read the room, bruh. You opted to drop an album while you have accusations of shooting a black woman a day after injustice in the Louisville, Kentucky case of Breonna Taylor. Like I said, you just have to read the room. A day after a black woman was shot, and everybody's screaming like, yo, black women have been always treated poorly and have always been treated at the bottom of the barrel. You thought it was in your best interest to drop an album, a 17-song album. Pretty much the entire body of work is explaining why you didn't shoot Megan and how you're pissed that you're losing money. You have to read the room. I am wishing the best of luck to Justice in this one. Whether who it's from, whether it's for Tory or Megan or whomever deserves the truth and justice, I'm going to roll with that one. You guys move ways that I could never in my worst of plays move. The man made an album a day after Breonna Taylor's ruling came out, discussing why he's upset about the money he's lost. You cannot be serious, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment box below. Tory say he ain't do it. He say people in Megan's ear is lying and they gassing her up. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment box below. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, and support. Is what I don't take for granted. And let me just say this real quick, because I did say something a few weeks ago that I might have to backpedal before I get up out of here. I told you guys that I believe Tory Lanez would have a hard time continuing his career. But I have to admit, he is getting a lot of support from a lot of men, and dare I even say some women. He might be able to do something if he's able to avoid jail time. I have to be honest, this man might have some type of, he might be able to salvage some career. Now, will it incorporate big brands? Nah. He ain't getting a Sprite behind him, a Mountain Dew, a Finish Line. Nah, he ain't getting none of them behind him. But will he be able to salvage his career? And because he's artistically inclined, will he be able to still make music and maybe do a couple of streams and make money for himself? From what I'm reading, the numbers that I'm seeing, I think it's very possible. Now, maybe people are just interested in this project because, I mean, this man just made an album about shooting a woman. Or maybe just maybe, there's genuine fandom and support for Tory Lanez. I'm out.